Imagine spending over £5.5 billion British pounds on a state-of-the-art armored fleet, only to realize that your own multi-billion-pound vehicle could leave its crew completely deaf and incapacitated after just 30 minutes of operation. This is the staggering paradox of the British Army Ajax reconnaissance vehicle program. As European geopolitical tensions rise in 2026, demanding immediate and heavy mechanized readiness on NATO eastern flank, the United Kingdom faces a brutal defense crisis. Armed with a budget-shattering price tag of nearly £9,300,000 British pounds per unit, this digital fortress was designed to be the ultimate eyes and ears of the battlefield. Instead, 16 years of severe mechanical design flaws, acoustic vibration scandals, and chronic procurement delays have left British frontline forces highly vulnerable and dangerously exposed without a modern tracked scouting platform. This technical nightmare pushed the Ministry of Defense into a corner with no easy exit, leading global defense analysts to argue that London has been trapped in a sunk cost fallacy of historic proportions. Can this incredibly expensive armored vehicle finally be trusted in high-intensity modern warfare? Or is it a multi-billion-pound liability that leaves British soldiers defenseless when they need protection the most? On paper, its survival now depends entirely on an unproven mechanical overhaul, forcing a dramatic showdown between futuristic military theory and harsh physical reality. Before we go on, do you think this massive investment will finally pay off for the United Kingdom, or is it time to abandon the project completely? Drop a comment below with your thoughts, subscribe to the channel for more deep dive defense files, and tell me where you're watching from. To understand how this premium platform became a catastrophic bottleneck, we must look at the fatal compromise between digital ambition and physical reality. In 2010, the Ministry of Defense contracted General Dynamics to heavily modify the original Asgard hull. By demanding over 1,200 custom engineering changes to turn a basic infantry carrier into a heavy scouting fortress, planners inadvertently broke the laws of Newtonian physics. During critical field trials between 2020 and 2021, the program suffered a devastating halt. When the 38-ton vehicle exceeded speeds of 35 kilometers per hour, the modified suspension system transmitted severe, high-frequency vibrations directly into the sealed cabin. The interior acted like a massive acoustic amplifier, causing permanent hearing damage, severe tinnitus, and debilitating vestibular swelling for over 300 British soldiers. The vibration was so intense that the onboard fire control computers were blinded, making it impossible for the weapon station to accurately track and fire while moving. Furthermore, adding massive modular armor packages has pushed the maximum combat weight of the Ajax to a staggering 42 tons, making it heavier than a standard Soviet T-72 tank. Leading global defense analysts argue that this weight creates a massive logistical blind spot, as the vehicle can no longer be rapidly deployed using standard Royal Air Force Airbus A400M transport aircraft under normal payload limits. Instead, the British Army must strip down the armor, move the chassis via vulnerable rail networks or commercial sea lanes, and reassemble it near the front line, leaving forces exposed to long-range drone and artillery strikes. Finally, its primary weapon, the revolutionary CTA International CT40 40mm cased telescoped cannon, presents a severe supply chain risk. While the compact, cylindrical ammunition can penetrate 140 millimeters of armor at 1,500 meters, it is produced exclusively by a single British-French joint venture. In a high-intensity war of attrition, this unique ammunition requirement leaves the vehicle entirely useless if manufacturing plants face disruptions, cutting it off from standard NATO 30mm stockpiles. Despite these severe historical setbacks, the narrative surrounding this vehicle has shifted dramatically. The engineering team at General Dynamics Land Systems United Kingdom, alongside the Ministry of Defence, refused to let the multi-billion-pound investment become a total failure. Engineers implemented an intensive mechanical recovery program, introducing completely redesigned hydraulic dampers and isolation mounts that structurally decouple the crew cabin from the vibrating chassis. Combined with advanced digital active noise cancellation headsets supplied by Bose, recent cold weather field trials in Sweden confirmed that internal vibration and acoustic energy have finally been suppressed well below strict NATO safety thresholds. Moving past the dark crisis of 2021, the British Army has now taken delivery of more than 150 units out of the total 589 contracted vehicles. With the mechanical flaws neutralized, the platform is finally demonstrating its true lethal purpose as a ground-based predator of digital data. On paper, its tactical salvation lies in its open electronic architecture, which makes it the most advanced reconnaissance asset in the NATO inventory. Rather than rushing into direct gun battles, it utilizes long-range ground surveillance radars and stabilized electro-optical sensor pods to detect, track, and classify hostile targets from a distance of over 10 kilometers. Using secure high-speed data links, the vehicle can distribute these target coordinates to a friendly Challenger 3 main battle tank or long-range artillery batteries within milliseconds. As forces accelerate toward initial operating capability, defense reports indicate that the British Army plans to deploy an initial operational squadron to Estonia for major alliance exercises, including Spring Storm. Within the next 3 to 12 months, this deployment will fundamentally alter the regional balance of power on the eastern flank, providing British mechanized brigades with unprecedented informational superiority capable of completely blindfolding enemy light armored formations. This dramatic turnaround highlights a deep strategic dilemma at the heart of modern military theory, splitting global defense experts into two distinct philosophical camps. On one side stands the doctrine of premium heavily armored protection, championed by the United Kingdom. This approach argues that spending £9,300,000 British pounds per vehicle and waiting 16 years for a tracked, heavily armored platform is entirely justified if it ensures maximum crew survivability against artillery fragmentation and heavy mine blasts, while carrying a supreme digital brain. On the opposing side stands the doctrine of practical high mobility, best demonstrated by the German approach using the Boxer 8x8 wheeled vehicle equipped with specialized reconnaissance modules. This alternative strategy offers a platform that is significantly less expensive, highly agile on paved networks, and entirely free from decades of complex mechanical engineering failures, though it compromises on maximum armor thickness. The ultimate lesson of this procurement saga is that rushing into over-customization and forcing 1,200 technological modifications onto an existing chassis will inevitably break physical constraints and bleed state budgets. While the platform has successfully overcome its severe vibration crisis to offer unprecedented network-centric warfare capabilities on the modern battlefield, it remains a cautionary tale about the dangers of bureaucratic over-engineering. As the first operational squadrons prepare to integrate alongside the Challenger 3 main battle tank over the next 12 months, the ultimate test will not take place on a test track, but under the harsh operational realities of a deployment. Between a heavily armored, multi-billion-pound tracked scout with immense digital capabilities but massive logistical requirements, and a rapid, cost-effective wheeled platform. Which design philosophy do you believe will dominate the future of mechanized warfare? Leave your analysis in the comments below, smash the like button, and subscribe to the channel to catch our next operational military file.